The Murdaugh family's implosion reads like a Southern Gothic novel penned by the devil himself, a tale of opulent estates crumbling under the weight of avarice, betrayal, and unspeakable violence. Hulu's limited series Murdaugh, Death in the Family plunges viewers into this abyss, chronicling the catastrophic fall of Alex Murdaugh, once a pillar of South Carolina's Lowcountry elite, convicted of slaughtering his wife Maggie and son Paul in a desperate bid to cloak his financial ruin. Yet, as the 8-episode drama weaves its narrative, it dances a delicate tango between unvarnished truth and dramatic embellishment, inviting audiences to question where reality ends and storytelling begins. This isn't mere entertainment, it's a mirror to unchecked privilege, a dissection of how generational power can fester into corruption, leaving tragedy in its wake. At its core, the series excavates the 2021 double homicide that shattered the Murdaugh dynasty, a clan whose influence stretched back generations as solicitors, landowners, and kingmakers in the 14th Circuit. The murders capped a timeline of escalating scandals. A fatal 2019 boat crash orchestrated by the reckless Paul, which claimed the life of 19-year-old Mallory Beach and ignited lawsuits that peeled back layers of deceit. Alex's embezzlement of millions from vulnerable clients at his law firm, and a litany of suspicious deaths orbiting the family, from the housekeeper Gloria Satterfield's untimely fall to other enigmatic demises. Co-creator Erin Carr captures this chaos with unflinching candor, describing it to the Los Angeles Times as one of the most out-there, devastating, wild cases about unchecked power and privilege that you've ever seen, a narrative so potent it reverberates with contemporary warnings about elite impunity. Central to the emotional heartbeat is Maggie Murdaugh, portrayed with haunting nuance by Patricia Arquette as a woman ensnared in a gilded cage, gradually unraveling the monstrous facade of her husband. Arquette delves into Maggie's psyche with empathy, recounting to people how the character grapples with a spouse who is this charming, charismatic personality who is the head of the family, but also a pathological liar, betrayer, manipulator. The series imagines her dawning horror. I have no clue who I'm married to, amid a household besieged by addictions, alcohol-fueled rages, drug dependencies, and serial infidelities. It's a layered nightmare, Arquette notes, where betrayals stack like storm clouds over the family's idyllic Moselle estate, a sprawling hunting ground turned crime scene. This fictionalized interiority breathes life into Maggie, transforming archival facts into a visceral portrait of quiet desperation. Drawing from the exhaustive Murdaugh Murders podcast by investigative journalist Mandy Matney, the showrunners had a treasure trove of court documents, witness testimonies, and public records to anchor their script. Yet, as Carr explains to MovieWeb, there's the truth and there's the story truth, a necessary artistry to illuminate private torments beyond legal transcripts. For diehard followers, the deep-cut Murdaugh people. These flourishes are laced with authentic Easter eggs, blending speculation with source details to heighten the dread. Consider the boat crash, the spark that ignited the family's conflagration. On February 24, 2019, after a night of revelry, an intoxicated Paul Murdaugh piloted his vessel into Archer's Creek Bridge, ejecting passengers including girlfriend Morgan Dowdy, Mallory Beach, Anthony Cook, Connor Cook, and Miley Altman. Beach's body was recovered a week later, her death a felony charge hanging over Paul until Alex gunned him down. The series depicts Alex, Jason Clarke, and patriarch Randolph III, Gerald McCraney, descending on the hospital to muzzle the survivors, a scene corroborated by multiple accounts. Connor Cook recounted in the 2023 Netflix documentary how Alex whispered assurances of protection in the hallway, while Randolph declared himself Paul's counsel, halting any police statement. Though Alex later denied tampering in filings, the episode mirrors these chilling interventions, underscoring the Murdaugh's iron grip on local justice. Fiction creeps in with a post-crash Bahamas getaway, where a haunted Paul brawls with tourists, a dramatic device absent from records. In truth, Paul vacationed there in 2017 with Morgan, befriending Brit's Max Burton and another, who later learned of the tragedy via media. Burton revealed a 2019 DM from Paul demanding video removal, citing a no-contact order, a detail the show repurposes to amplify familial dysfunction. Even more poignant is the anachronistic comfort from housekeeper Gloria Satterfield, Kathleen Willoit, who soothes a distraught Paul post-crash. Reality intrudes harshly. Gloria perished in 2018 from a supposed trip over the family dogs, her death shrouded in mystery until Alex's schemes unraveled. Co-creator Michael D. Fuller justifies this on the companion podcast. Keeping Her Alive made story truth sense to explore her bond with Paul, humanizing the family's underbelly. Mandy Matney's on-screen avatar, Brittany Snow, confronts Alex in a hospital stare-down, a cinematic flourish rooted in real tension. Matney's podcast launched in 2021, but their 2019 courthouse stare-off, during Paul's hearing, where Alex seemed poised to advance, fuels the drama. Another trial face-off, with Alex in shackles, adds grit, symbolizing journalistic tenacity piercing the veil of power. The series' portrayal of Alex schmoozing South Carolina's governor at a home soiree, peddling a jellyfish venture for permits, nods to his real 2014 flop, derailed by regulations sans gubernatorial aid from Nikki Haley. Fuller clarifies to MovieWeb that Alex's true hustles involved land flips and shady deals, but the jellyfish ploy evokes a very southern business endeavor, infusing local flavor. Finally, Randolph III's 2018 Order of the Palmetto ceremony, the state's top civilian accolade, unfurls authentically before the Hampton County Courthouse, family in tow, a stark prelude to the dynasty's doom. This honor, bestowed on the solicitor lineage, underscores the irony. Accolades for justice while shadows of injustice loomed. Through these vignettes, death in the family transcends true crime tropes, probing the rot of entitlement. Alex's life sentence in 2023, after tearful courtroom lies crumbled under evidence, seals his infamy, but the series lingers on the ripples. Mallory's family's grief, Gloria's son's restitution fight, the Lowcountry's reckoning. Carr and Fuller craft not just a whodunit but a whydunit, exposing how privilege perpetuates cycles of harm. As Arquette's Maggie confronts the abyss, viewers confront their own. In a nation stratified by birthright, how deep does the rot run? The Murdaugh saga, fact or fictive twist, endures as a cautionary epic, reminding us that empires built on sand inevitably wash away.